Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. So yesterday during the Ubisoft Forward event, we got our first look at gameplay for the upcoming Star Wars game titled Outlaws, which was about a 10-minute gameplay demo. So, I'm just going to kind of give some of my thoughts on it and whatnot, kind of talking about some moments and whatnot from it. It starts with Kay and her companion, Pet Nix, as they're stealing this item from the Pikes. And, we kind of get gameplay there of them trying to get out of this chop shop owned by the Pikes they're in, and obviously there's several Pikes around and whatnot, but we get to see some stealthy gameplay and whatnot there, but she then gets caught and has to shoot her way out, so we get a good look at blaster combat and whatnot, which her home blaster has special power-ups and whatnot, and just like the EA Battlefront games, the blaster overheats, but while it's cooling down, you can send Nix to go pick up a blaster from one of the dead enemies. Earlier in the more stealthy moments also, there's stuff you can send Nix out to do. We see Kay send Nix to go press a button, but it also shows that, Nix can take out enemies or distract enemies also during the stealth moments. The, during the combat, the blaster pickup. It seems like those blasters, will kind of eventually run out of ammo, so you can't use them forever. So that's interesting, but we see her get out of the chop shop into her speeder, where there's a little chase scene where she's getting chased by two Pikes on speeders, which she's able to take them out. There's kind of like a slow down thingy, kind of like Red Dead Redemption, where it kind of can slow down and then target multiple enemies and take them out. So that's interesting, but afterwards we see her talking with ND5 over comms. ND5 was the BX commando droid we saw in the trailer and the box art and whatnot, but he's a former separatist era droid. He's now working as an enforcer and is helping out Kay with some big heist. I assume the big point of the game is pulling off this big heist. There's been several mentions of it in some of the descriptions and whatnot released online about the game. And in the trailer we saw that one guy named Jalen talk about some big job. I'm assuming maybe he hires Kay for the job. I'm not sure. But in the dialogue here we see ND5 ask if she got the item and if she got noticed, which she's like, yeah, I got it, what else matters? Which ND5 says, I assume we won't be working for the Pikes anytime soon then. Which Kay says, they'll probably forgive me. Which in the top corner, we do see that her reputation with the Pikes has gone down. So I assume one of the bigger things in the game will be if you get caught stealing from one of the syndicates or doing something bad against one of the syndicates, your reputation will go down. But, if you do a job for them and whatnot, your reputation will go up. So I'm definitely interested to see how all that will work. I'll talk more about the syndicates in a moment. But the world they're on right now is a moon called Toshara, which we see her head into this town called Jonta's Hope, which I guess maybe every planet will have a location like that, which is kind of a hub to the world where, you can get jobs and whatnot and go to a cantina and whatnot. One thing I'm hoping for is mini game stuff, maybe you could play Sabacc in one of them, because obviously in the trailer from the other day we see her playing Sabacc, so it'll be cool to kind of have something like that too. But I'm definitely excited to be able to kind of explore the world, to go into the towns like this one. I will say I'm still wondering about what the full scope of the game is. How many planets are there? How big are each of the planets? They didn't give too many answers there for now, but I'm gonna assume there might be one bigger planet, but then just a couple, or maybe a few bigger planets and a lot of smaller planets where there's only one little area you can go to, but more probably story-based stuff. I don't know. Obviously that's just speculation. Maybe I'll be surprised and each world is way bigger, more fleshed out. But, we see Kay go into the town, go inside the cantina where she meets up with ND5. And then Kay goes into the back room to give the item to their employer, which is an Imperial officer there also, which we kind of see them talk, and there's a dialogue options, which that Imperial officer is trying to get Kay to kind of pay some tax so she can, do her criminal stuff without, being noticed by the Empire or whatever. But the dialogue option is to, bribe the officer, I guess, pay up, or do not do that, which in the gameplay they select to not bribe the officer. So we see that officer make her wanted and kind of get these like GTA like wanted stuff. We see Kay hurry back to the ship and it takes off, which I was pleasantly surprised by this. We actually get to fly the ship. We get to take off and go into space, and there's actually stuff to do in space. There's some ship combat. Looks similar to like ship combat from like the EA Battlefront 2. But one thing I thought was cool also, you kind of gotta wait for the hyperdrive to get ready, so you can't just press a button and jump. You actually have to prepare it, which is cool. But in the gameplay, we see them make the jump, and then they head to this planet called Akiva, which has appeared in the Aftermath novels. But that's where the gameplay ends. There's a little montage of other planets. We see Tatooine, or at least what I'm assuming is Tatooine. Also Kijimi from The Rise of Skywalker, which I think that would be a cool location to explore. But we see a bunch of other planets, more towns and cities and whatnot, what are new looking. But I'm very, very excited to kind of possible exploration, a single player open world Star Wars video game can give. I do wish you kind of got the full scope of the game, kind of realize how big everything is. But I am definitely excited for what they've shown so far. There was also a developer commentary version for the gameplay, which revealed some more stuff. They do talk about space a little more and how it's just as explorable as the worlds. And, there'll be smaller space battles like we saw in the gameplay, but also even bigger ones like we kind of saw glimpses of in the trailer. Obviously, trailer was just cinematic, but that's definitely cool. They also, talk a little more about the crime syndicates. They obviously say the Hutts and the Pikes will be there, which we already know, but they also talk about how they created a new one called the Ashiga Clan. Hopefully we see other crime syndicates like Black Sun and maybe even Crimson Dawn. It'd be cool to kind of see them, but obviously right now we just know the Hutts, Pikes, and the Ashiga Clan. So, I assume they'll probably be the bigger three in the game, even if some of the other ones do show up. So, yeah, but, and there's some other stuff. I think they said that there's going to be more stuff revealed at Comic-Con next month, San Diego Comic-Con. So, I'll definitely talk about that more then. But, that's all my thoughts on the gameplay. I did do a breakdown on the trailer release the other day, so you can watch that also. But, when more info and, comes out, I'll talk about that. And obviously when the game comes out, I'll do a playthrough of it and whatnot. But that's going to be it for this one. I was Arzu, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
You're going to have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.